when you're ready to play Rust, I'm down to play. As long as our deal's still on. That you download the AoE 2 I gifted you a month ago, and we play a little bit of that.
That was the wrong account you gifted. Clearly.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't get that message in the middle of the night and
ignore it. I bet if I check my email, I could find that. And it's like, Kyle has declined your gift.
I definitely didn't decline it. I'm sure I accepted it, but that would be funny.
That would be.
Man,
it'd be a good time, man. Dude, you would have so much fun because you're really good at
you do this every
games.
time. You're really bad at manipulating me to play this game. You always say the same, but you're really good at this, Kyle. You'll be so good at it. Everybody's going to be like, wow, Kyle's a natural. Like they always do.
Because I'm not trying to manipulate you into it. I want to play a game with my friend.
You played this game.
Yeah, it's kind of all right. So it's manipulation nonetheless. There's good manipulation. There's that thing that mothers do where it's like, where's my big strong man at? Oh, you going to school today, be a big boy? My goodness, you're so big. Look at you. Oh, look at you, you little hoss. You just pump, shining the wheels a little bit. They got
my big strong RTS player.
It's rough. I bet you'd have the most APM. Like it'd be crazy. Everybody'd be like, "How's he click so fast? It's that trigger finger." I bet.
Dude, if you got in there with my friends, and I even heard, if I even got a sniff that one of my friends was like rushing you on one of your first games, I'd be like, "Hey, shut that down! None of that. None of that. I don't want any of you to even see Kyle's base until Imperial Age. Let him tee off." I'd be at my base and I'd be like, "Oh no, Kyle's attack!" Oh,
you like foster bad habits, though, right? Like, oh, this game's cool. Yeah, if I know anything about AOE, you Sim City for the first 18 minutes.
Sim City for the first, but you'll lose if you just Sim City. That's what it's called. Yeah,
I'm not going to have fun at all.
But wait,
I feel like
if you Sim City in preparation for a fight, and you avoid fights for that long, you're in a very good spot, right?
Yes, typically, but the goal early game is to attack early so they can't set up. Mm-hmm. And so the best defense is a good offense. Like if I'm playing Kyle and we're on the same level, like Kyle wants to get to Castle Age and boom and get successful. So I need to keep him from doing that. And by having stuff running around his base, he can't interfere with mine.
I'm sure you're right, but it's why I didn't like Civilization. It's like, I just want to Sim City for like an hour or so. You guys aren't on the same page. Why are you rushing me with these horse people?
If you're playing with like buddies, I'm better than a lot of my friends I play with, and so
because Woody, you made a purple garden in front of your castle, and I wanted to see it burn.
Like I don't rush my buddies.
Goals.
Actually, I rushed my younger brother a lot because he's also he's about as good as I am, and so we'll fuck with each other. But I won't fuck with a friend who's picking it up.
One of the core things about Civ 5 multiplayer was you can press tab and you go into this convoluted menu system and you can see everybody's military score. So you can see oh, we're all the same. No need for me to build anything. I can continue to Sim City. I can focus on mausoleums and shit. As soon as you see someone's military score start really going up, you'll usually ask them, "Hey, your score went up. What'd you build?" "Oh, it actually they gifted me a trireme. Don't worry about it." "Oh, understandable. That makes sense." So what you do, Taylor, is let's say it takes 8 turns to build a samurai. You put 7 turns into a samurai, you stop building. Now you start building a Chukanono or whatever, a Chikono, or I can't remember what it is. It's the Chukanu, the crossbow that shoots twice. Those take 5 turns. Put 4 into it.
Yeah, China's special unit in AoE.
So you keep doing that. You keep switching to a different thing. And now when you're ready to do your big military boom, 1 turn into each thing. Unit every turn. If they're not on their shit, literally checking every turn, they might miss it. They might miss it for a while. Suddenly, there's a giant army on their doorstep, in the course of 5 turns. So.
Well, that seems fun. I would play Civ. Practical games.
These are all viruses, mind viruses, Taylor. This is what Richard Ryan was talking about earlier with the mind virus. That's what these games are. To play that game, Taylor, I would have to. You talked about your YouTube recommendations.
Yeah,
I would have to alter my YouTube recommendations to play that game. Right now, I'm getting movie reviews, lots of 70s jams. Lots of that Brandy, you're a fine girl shit that Woody put me on last week. I've been seeing it all goddamn week. All week.
You'd be getting build order recommendations. Yeah.
I'd be getting build order recommendations. Right now I'm getting Landmark and Bastillion Willers and shit. Lots of Tarkov loot guides. 500 rare spawns on Lighthouse and where to look.
Dude, I know all you have to do is try it and you will, despite yourself, want to get better. Because you'll be like, I could do this. I could get better at this. Oh, yeah, Taylor probably isn't even good. Oh, he said he's not good. He's not good. I'll beat his ass in a couple weeks.
Perhaps we should find a game that neither of us have played before that we attempt. Because
I want it to be RTS. I love that genre.
I hear RTS is dying. Like, I feel like I read an online article that there's just like no good RTS and all the RTSs suck. And everybody has gone back to legacy RTS from days gone by. Then it's like the dying light of a gaming genre that once was.
Could be. I mean, I know AoE 2 does well. StarCraft 2 is obviously enormous. I've tried that a few times. I didn't like I'm more into like the history and like the different nations part of AoE than I am in like the 3 alien races that you can play in StarCraft. Even though like StarCraft, like it seems like a really fucking hard game to be good at. Really hard.
Wings was great at it. It can't be that hard.
StarCraft 2? He played StarCraft?
Yeah, you didn't know? Are you serious?
Is this did he say he played in South Korea or something?
He did play in South Korea. That's when he flew to South Korea when he was 17.
Yeah, I remember that now. He won, if I recall.
They called him two-seat Geordie.
Yeah, they called him two-seat Geordie.
he only gamer need double white seat.
He intimidate other gamer with massive presence.
He devour entire craft services. We go hungry.
Yeah, I sit there with all my practice. He eating chili like he don't even care. It really get in my head. He a master of manipulation.
He always 2 meals ahead.
He's always 2 meals ahead. You feel the ground move when he come. He announce himself before he walk in.
Sad. I gotta write that down. Anyway, I've seen videos of it, but I never really got into it. I don't know what I'm gonna play after this little phase I'm in right now. I don't think it'll be AoE. There is this game. Somebody linked this today. Fish, actually, who's always got takes on things. And I
saw this trailer.
So I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This trailer is for a game.
Can you show it, please?
Yeah, it's called
Kingmakers
on Steam. We've been working really hard on this for 5 years. You can finally unveil it to the public today. I hope you guys like it. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. It looks like anachronistic World War. So what I mean by that is like bombers and Apache helicopters doing battle against these feudal age footmen. Foot soldiers. Right now we got like a feudal age like hack and slash going on.
He's the one who trained our army, who grew us into an empire. I don't know where he's from, but if you think you can stop him, you're already dead.
What?
I didn't get this far. Okay.
I wasn't ready for that at all.
That got a pistol?
He's got a shotgun.
A shotgun?
That guy's got a 7.4U.
This is the game you were looking for like 10 years ago when we started PKA and you just wanted to mow down Nazi zombies.
Generally, yeah. Look at that. He just killed a horse.
I mean, this looks pretty sweet. Grenade.
Oh, there was a nade. I was like, you throw a rock?
Holy shit, he just shot like a general with a sniper. To save the future.
He's a grenade launcher into a crowd of knights.
Bro. Conquer the past.
Dude, what is this game? It looks like it's
this. Oh, I like that.
It looks like we've got fucking overhead RTS with like first person soldier control. Which isn't like revolutionary, but like it looks slick the way they did the transition there.
Oh. If it's anything like this trailer, I'm in on this.
Dude, I want to snipe from the top of the building. There's an Apache helicopter.
There's a fucking Apache.
That's just ridiculous.
Future. I hope he can save his own.
Dude, he brought the Toyota.
Dude, the Toyota might be the best defensive weapon in this game. What just happened?
We went to the future Kingmakers, and it's a fucking like spec op guy with a machine gun on a horse. That I'm going to check this out. We'll see if that's just a well cut trailer. I love the idea. I love the anachronistic combat style. I don't know. At first, I thought that it was sort of a joke, and basically it was like a game like Civ, where if you're really pounding somebody's ass, maybe you've got helicopters and they've got foot soldiers. But that was all in engine. So
I don't like
that's just gameplay.
Their release date is sometime in 2024. It's like NASA adjacent.
Yeah, no sooner than 2024.
I'll take it. I'm interested in that. That looked neat. I like that. I like anything.
Pre-ordering shit.
No, I don't pre-order things unless they give me like a purple cape or something, and then there you go.
Well, I mean, if there's purple capes involved, you didn't say
Baldur's Gate was like, here's the price of the game. Here it is. If you want a cape for $5, I guess we'll do it. But you don't need it. And I was like, I need it.
I need the cape.
I need it right fucking now. Well, hang on a minute. Hear us out. We're also throwing in a useless hat that you'll never wear. You had me at cape. So I immediately gave him the $5 because Baldur's Gate is genuinely like, it's on my Mount Rushmore of games now. It's
Can you see
right
yourself
up there.
doing another run through? Eventually, probably.
Yeah, I told you I was playing with my lady friend. She was doing a playthrough, and I judged her playthrough so harshly that we both got mad at the game and like didn't bring it up again. Like it's like a sore spot.
What did she do that you didn't like?
So there's this character called Auntie Ethel. She's this what's it called? It's not a witch. It's anyway, she's a monster, and you get one over on her, and she's like, mercy, don't kill me. And I'll give you a +1 to your special skill of your choice.
Oh,
and that's huge in an RTS. It's a one-time kind of thing for this permanent buff to and what you do is you pick the skill that is your combat multiplier, the thing that makes every stroke of a sword, shot of a bow more powerful. It's the combat multiplier for your race. They vary by race. And she picked the wrong fucking one. And I found out about it far too late to alter course. And I was just like, man, I would just start over if it were me. And I meant it, but it was really discouraging the way I said it, I guess. And so, but yeah, I will eventually play Baldur's Gate 3 again, I'm sure. She's
like, Kyle, check out my character. And you're like, despicable.
It's what I got her for a birthday. I got her like a gaming PC, a monitor, a chair, and a fucking desk. And then like that happened. So like, we'll play some more Baldur's Gate at some point.
We'll get through this.
The word you're looking for, Kyle, is she is a hag.
Hag, yes, that's the monstrous in the game. I can't believe you didn't enjoy it, Taylor. That story is so wonderful. I played it.
I just didn't play enough. I played like 20 minutes.
I would play lots of that. I've beaten it twice at least. I really enjoy it. I love the mechanics. It's a game where I'm sure if you were streaming it, somebody would like look at what you're doing and be like, Kyle, you're wasting so much potential here. They'd look at my gameplay like I looked at hers, and it would hurt my feelings. But I feel like I'm doing my best. And that's another game that just absorbed my life, right? I was watching goddamn videos on all those builds and stuff because it's like Magic the Gathering, which also absorbed my fucking life. I was watching those losers make their daily fucking build update. Like a brand new blue deck that'll blow your fucking mind. I'm like, shit.
I gotta know.
Bookmarked when I get home. I gotta no, honey. What do you mean on my phone? No, I need my headset to absorb and take notes. I need to drink my cocoa.
So I need 3 of these in my deck. I guess Chiz and I will get in a spending battle for our decks.
That was my first fucking infection of Magic the Gathering, is when I got into the spending battle with Chiz and wasted all that money. And then I got into it again with you on that new website, where it was incredibly easy to throw money at it. And I must have wasted $400. Don't even remember the name of the fucking website. Must have great decks. I don't fucking care. I would never play that game again.
Really annoying
Magic the Gathering is like playing fucking dice, except the dice have cool like character names and shit. It's
Magic's a bunch of fun.
Oh my God.
So like I haven't played in a long time now. I've been into other, obviously AoE, but it's been so long since I've had a game that I've wanted to be this invested in that I'm really enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying the getting better process. And
I just wish it were a game that
fun.
was made in this decade.
This century.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's,
Yes,
well, I mean, I
wish-
guess that's technically a lie. I'm playing the 2019 version, but you know, the original was 99.
Yeah, that's really a barrier for entry for me, is that it is such an old game, and it's one of the reasons I never even bothered with Counter-Strike. Obviously, everybody thinks Counter-Strike's the greatest.
Yeah,
it's
so
the most
popular.
played game all the time, like perennially. But I know better than to get into a game that people have been practicing grenade spots and snipe spots on for decades. Like I'm not going to get into that.
Oh no, they put you. There's like skill-based matchmaking in AOE. Like you really actually need that in an RTS game. It's not like Call of Duty where you want to like, you know, tool around with your buddies. Like if you play against someone way better than you in an RTS game, whether it's AOE or StarCraft, you will have less than no fun because the person who you're playing against will immediately recognize you're new and they will just try something like bully you. Like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. I'm going to wall him in. I'm going to go early and wall in this guy's berries so he can't collect berries.
When I play with like Midi or Valvity or whoever in Warhammer, it's like, all right, how hard can we meme on him? Could we bring that giant pterodactyl that makes everything around it invisible but can't do any damage? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we do that? How many lead belchers can I bring if we turn the unit?
It is really fun to play the dinosaur men, and bring just the gigantic dinos in that game. That is a really fun aesthetic, especially in team play.
Yeah.
If one guy just brings 3 gigantic Saurus and everybody else has normal armies, it's a problem.
Yeah, because that one, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like
the Shredder of Lustria.
The Shredder of Lustria, and it's got a bunch of little skinks on it that also are throwing javelins and blowing blow darts. Yeah, the lizard men are a really cool aesthetic one. I wish the ogres weren't so fucking bad, but they have a cool aesthetic too.
I think the way they I think the lizard men in Warhammer 40k lore are like the old ones. They're like the race like 100 million years ago who started like the war in heaven or something and are responsible for some of the races that exist.
I think in fantasy that's also true.
Yeah, they converted a lot of the stuff. When you realize the conversion, it makes 40k a little less cool. Like the Necrons in 40k are these cool fucking things. They're like, they made a deal with the frog people long ago, and they thought that they were getting immortality, but in reality, they all just lost their souls, and so now they're interred in like cyborg. They're people, but their minds have been put into machines. So they're the Necrons, and they decided to just sleep through the hard part of the galaxy. So they live in these pyramids and they sleep for millennia and millennia, and they wake up later on and they're the fucking Egyptians. Damn.
So they're the Tomb Kings.
They're the Tomb Kings. And like as you like,
Tomb Kings also aesthetically awesome.
Tomb Kings are awesome. But yeah, everything's like that. There's even space dwarves. They call them squats. So we got space dwarves up in there. They're like humans who, I don't know, live too near the galactic core, and because of the planet they lived on, got short and hardy and mined a lot.
So they did as well. I haven't checked since last time you and I got into it. I should have, when I played a couple of games a week or two ago. When we stopped, I think they just released Chaos Dwarves as like a new race.
Yeah.
I haven't checked the DLC. There might be a new race again.
There is. I could do that. Or here's a game I would get into with you. I would get into Darktide. Since I stopped playing Darktide, I think they have. I don't know what they've done, but I understand they have fleshed the game out quite a bit. Lots of DLC. I just glanced over somebody's shoulder the other day playing it, and there was like lots of like unlockable shit and like webs of unlocks and stuff going on.
Is that the 40K one?
The Vermintide, yeah.
Vermintide,
with the chains. Yeah. Now, I have my complaints about that game, but I'll tell you, like its music, its aesthetic, its accuracy to the 40K lore, like blew me away. Like when you and your boys are running down that dark hallway that looks just the way it should, and the music is like this. It's like techno mixed with gothic. It's like do da da do da da do da da do, and then like one of the characters got like screams some like hardcore shit for the Emperor. And you're like, fuck yeah, for the Emperor. You like say your voice line too, whatever it is, and you guys like, purge the heretics, and you're like, fuck yeah, and then some guy goes, death to the Xenos. And you're like, oh my god, and then you like clash with them, and that first clash, you just everything in front of you just explodes in blood and viscera, and then you see in the back the big stuff's coming, and it's real cinematic every game.
We can try that game. I'm down.
I love.
Hopefully they've added a lot to it.
I play that music a lot when I'm playing other games. It's so good. That, or I found this music genre that I listen to when I play Tarkov. It gets me a little depressed after the second hour though. It's Russian Doomer music, DOOMER, Doomer. And it's like sad Russian cartoon character smoking a cigarette and like this montage of like depressing Russian architecture. And it's just like, I don't know what they're saying. Obviously it's in Russian, but it's lots of like blah, blah, blah. Like it's like sad. And then
you got the cigarette Wojak.
That's it. That's the music. Like skip around in there. That's what I listen to when I play Tarkov. It really gets me in the mood to be like depressed and angsty. And
I have a mod on AOE that replaces the soundtrack, which is good, with the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Oh,
and so
how's that go?
Sometimes, well, there's like the Shire parts, there's like the Rohan parts, Gondor, and so sometimes it meshes up nice where like I'm running a bunch of cavalry and the fucking Theoden music comes on. It's like, this rules, this is great. And then sometimes it's totally disjointed and it's like, oh, it's playing Mount Doom music when I'm like peacefully eating sheep 3 seconds into the game, or like it's playing nice relaxing Shire music as I'm getting my ass plundered. Like that's the way it goes sometimes. Like, but just like improving on little things like, oh, there's a trick that I never thought of on how to micro archers. That's way more effective. That's great. I'm going to incorporate that. Then you work at it, you kind of suck at it and you get competent. And now suddenly your archer plays way better. Like the eco's tough to balance. Like they constantly are doing balance changes on the civs to try and keep them semi like balanced because there's 45 of them. So it's easy for one to get more powerful or less. And so like in the 8-month phase, I didn't play it at all between last year and this year. Like when I popped back in and looked at the civs, it's like, oh, that's new. Oh, that's not what it was. Oh, that's been nerfed. That's been buffed. And so it's like relearning a lot of it. So I need to really, it's like figuring out some core builds that can apply to a lot, but even that is tough. I got so frustrated. My brother joined because me and my brother and a lot of our buddies play on Discord, and my brother like became a patron of Hera to get his like custom high level build orders, and then he like sent a couple to me and I printed them out, and I'm going to become.
And now you're distributing them on the internet.
Now I'm
for money.
Distributing them for free. No, for a price. Yeah,
for a price. It's part of our Patreon now.
I'm gonna join Hera's. It's part of our Patreon now.
You get Hera's build orders when you go to Patreon/PKA. It's the $1 level. Why not? I mean, come on.
There's the new Civ, the Georgians has like a different start. They have a mule cart for resource drop off, and so they don't have to go to wood very early. It's very big.
You hearing this, Woody? Mule carts.
Yeah. And he has this build order, and I watched a video of him do it. I've watched the video like 3 times. He's like, guys, it's perfect. It's easy. It's the simplest build order ever. Look how early this 17 population scout rush is. Look at how smooth the Dark Age can be. And I'll watch it, and it's like Grizz mode where I'm like, yeah, it is easy, Hera. You're right. And then I go and I try it, and I'm like, I don't know. I just got to feudal age. I don't have enough wood for a stable. Everybody's bumping into each other. It's not working correctly. And so I like try to modify it in a Google Doc where I'm like, okay,
have you gone
clearly Hera's build is too clean for my ass. So we're going to add a wood guy here. Maybe that'll cover my mistakes a bit. No, it doesn't. It's very frustrating.
Have you gone down the path yet of looking at your favorite players or good players' hardware? Being like, maybe his mouse is the trick. Or maybe what kind of monitor is he on? How big is Hera's monitor? Maybe maybe my monitor's too big. I'm looking around too much.
See, the thing with it is, for me, you can
his monitor's the wrong side.
That's the difference between me and Landmark. It's $1,000 monitor,
dude. Just
Cloud's monitor.
If I got 200 frames per second, I'd be Landmark, and his ear headset's different. Is it?
Seemingly they like play on a harder mode than I do because like I play a little more zoomed out than them, which I guess like makes mouse clicking accuracy more difficult. But if you can see more of your map a little bit, it makes it easier to kind of plan out. When you watch their videos, they're like default all the way zoomed in because they're only moving around the map with hotkeys anyway.
Disable mouse smoothing in your settings so you get accurate clicks, Taylor.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's going to be the fucking difference maker in my play.
I made sure.
I'm way better than I was last year. I'm way better, but
Imagine next year.
Yeah,
we'll be in the tourneys.
Tell me more about your chair.
You'll be wearing a fucking shirt. You'll be wearing like a sponsored shirt to get to the gaming awards.
Yeah, I get invited. Just get absolutely butt fucked by anyone.
When you go to North Korea, you're gonna fucking take on Ching Ping, the fucking AOE 2 master. See, they never got AOE 3 or 4 there because North Korea, but they've got AOE. See, that's the thing.
Nobody plays
AOE 2 has always been the national sport of North Korea. We just didn't know it. And you're the Great White Hope. We're sending you in. We're sending you in because the way the tournament works, they get to pick any of our players, and you just barely meet the accreditation. You're like a Rocky Balboa scenario. This is the movie that I'm making. It's gonna be great.
Oh, that'd be good. Like, it would be so embarrassing to play against someone who's really good. Any RTS, this will happen, but particularly StarCraft, Age of Empires, the complex economy-based ones.
Ching Ping's the best.
Like I could get thrown in a COD lobby with like really good players, and I'm not going to go 0-20. I'm gonna get a couple kills. Like, I'm going to get a couple. I could luck into a kill with a grenade. I could luck into it. Yeah, if I get into a game with like,
I know I'd have a hard time killing
Viper
Landmark.
and AOE 2. Like, there's no chance I do anything.
I think if Landmark